Start. Making some African potato. Now, here is African potato. Right, kimutosha. Right, revitalizer. It revives you, deals with internal wound healing. So now I normally suggest to the system that you use, that you work with in terms of maintaining the body, keeping it regular. No? Okay, we're live now on Facebook. Okay, toggle some more. Right, one more time. Again, again, fresh. We're good. It needs to come out here actually. So actually, I didn't keep it. Okay, sound is good. Let's see what it does. Okay, we're gonna let it steep for a bit and then enjoy. Yes, please head over to YouTube, Buffett. Please head over to YouTube if you've got questions. We're about 5 minutes away from starting the stream. Nah? Today we're talking crystals, nah? Gems and crystals. These are crystals. For those of you who are about the crystal life, these are crystals. We've got Contra in studio. Well, virtually that is. He's right here. He's going to be on screen. Kgotlabo Paula and taking your questions around things that are pressing in regards to crystal stones. So if you found yourself being keen and not too sure how to navigate in regards to what type of crystals to use, what can I use from Simos Africa to Palaza? Kakapa kay Buffett, na? How about Kapa? Na? Definitely, ukakena kay. I'm not a master at hookah, personally, nah. Don't quite like it. It's difficult hookah. It's not easy. Oh, okay, you can't see. Let's go again. Let's do this. African potato. African potato. It's African potato, nah? YNCN. YCN boutique. Okay, there's 44 of you tuning into the stream, getting ready to join us. We're exactly 4 minutes away from the stream starting. Today we're talking healing power of crystals. Now we've got Fonta in studio, so if you've got questions, make sure you head over that side. Drop us the questions that you have. Nah? Drop us the questions that you have, and we can take it from there. Yes. I did answer. Okay, I did take that question. Morning, my brother. I'm humbly requesting your team to come to Hamaska Jubilee Mall. Please, bro. Actually, you know my issue with malls is that the rental is too crazy. It's too crazy. They're most of the time they're outrageous in the rental. Right? I don't see why I should pay rents close to 30 bands, 30,000 rand just to be in a space. And then on top of that, still create traffic for them at the mall and so on and so on. Yes, we do a product that's high volume, high moving, but things happen. Nah? And what I don't want is for the price points of the products to climb too high such that we want to cover our rental fee. So I'm sure you've noticed that most of the time, these shops at malls, especially the health shops that are at malls, they're very expensive. So very strategic around the locations we choose in terms of the rental fee. Nah? Very strategic around that. Our goal is never to be under pressure to cover rent. Never. Okay, let's see. A crystal beads the same as African beads. Initially, beads were made. The African beads are now plastic. What we refer to as the African beads. Some of them are made from wood, right? I assume you're talking about the beads there, parang kidingaka, ne? Huh? I assume that's what you're talking about. They're plastic, but originally, like the white ones that they wear, they're actually moonstone. Or there's a white leopard jasper. All right, some of them I feel it's the moonstone, white leopard jasper, and for me the moonstone makes so much sense because inward reflection time. How I bury the moonstone, and if we're motsiling ya hore connect it's an inward process. All right. Okay, we're exactly 1 minute away from starting the stream. Make sure you join us that side. I will no longer be taking questions. We'll just be here. Okay, hold on. Let's do our countdown timer. Where we at? Bafehit, welcome back to another stream. Just give me a moment. I want to switch up here so we can go here. Welcome back to another stream. Shout out to you, man.
Hey, Thaba Boseo, madume shawe sha tlo mogolo mogala wa ge shawa. Na masara bone re ka butshale.
I'm not for. Today we're on another vibe. We're not in studio together. You're at the warehouse.
Yeah.
I'm here in Durban, but we're getting it done. We're getting it done regardless.
I know, yeah. We have to, we've mentioned very family before and several times or no, we are the servants of, the movement to spread the good word out there to the people. So come rain or sunshine, we will definitely make sure that we spread the good word. So topic as well as the viewers at home for joining us today so that we can talk about crystals. So today we'll be speaking about the healing power of crystals in the context of frequencies, right? So to give it more context, we're going to focus on the fool's gold, which is the pyrite stone, right?
Yeah, go to YouTube.
Can you guys hear me? Hey, Chabab
Yeah. I can hear you. Sorry, man. I went to go get a mug. I can hear you, Khontla. Keep rocking, bro. Don't stop.
Oh, okay. All right, Chab. So, as I was saying, today, the pyrite stone, right? 4 frequencies for wealth and money, which you can use along with the pyrite stone. Pyrite stone, which is fool's gold in Tsindabatagati, right? It's known for creating a frequency that attracts wealth, right? We always refer to wealth as a high frequency or high energy result, right? So there are frequencies out there, ladies and gentlemen, that when you listen to in your meditative state, they align you with wealth, right? Now, the first frequency, 417 hertz, right? So 417 hertz, it's known for boosting creativity as well as enhancing relationships, right? Enhancing relationships in the context of communication, enhancing relationships in the context of us always being reflective, right? In order for any relationship to be conducive, it requires both parties to always be reflective of themselves so that they can correct and become better, not only for themselves, but the next person, right? Now, as far as 417 hertz is concerned, right? The example that one would perhaps say as an affirmation listening to this frequency is that I am creative with money, because the 417 hertz is associated with creativity. I get now these hertz that I'm referring to, one can access them through things like the sound bowls, things like the bells. I know before there was a time whereby many churches used to have bells. Those frequencies could be measured, and depending on the frequency that the bell is emitting, it would be for a particular energy. Sometimes the bell, the sound on it could be awakening the intuition. Sometimes that frequency could be for alignment. Sometimes the frequency could be to bring one peace and calmness, right? Many of us have had different experiences with these bells. I remember growing up, there was a church not so far from where I stayed, yeah, Lutheran. They would always ring that bell. And in that moment, have I ring, one would feel a certain type of way, but a certain change in the body and in the energy and the mood. So outside of bells, you get singing bowls. You also get tuning forks as well as chimes, right? Chimes, or sometimes when you get to certain spaces or shops, you'd find them dangling. Or if you touch them, or stroke them, they start making this sound. So those are the certain types, or rather the types of instruments that one can use to hear these frequencies and use these sounds along with your meditations. And then the second frequency that we are going to speak about is 432 hertz. 432 hertz, that is the frequency of gratitude and appreciation, right? It's a frequency that speaks to abundance. Now, one would say the following when they are aligning themselves with this frequency, that my money and wealth grows the more I appreciate it, right? That is why you would hear many people always saying, "Leboga bonyane bo la leng bona," right? Because the minute you operate from that energy of gratitude, go leboga bonyane bo na leng bona, letsogo la Modimo la bulega, and the universe reciprocates that energy of appreciation and gives you more, right? Outside of using this frequency, yeah, 432, as far as because I'm just going through my notes, appreciation is concerned, you can also use this 432 hertz to unlock one's intuition, right? You can use it to unlock one's intuition. And then before I proceed to the next frequency, outside of the instruments that I mentioned, such as chimes, tuning forks, as well as singing bowls, you can access such frequencies on platforms such as YouTube, Spotify, as well as meditation apps. Now, the next frequency that we're going to is 528 hertz. Now, this frequency speaks to confidence and empowerment, right? One would say, whilst listening to this frequency, I am confident in my growing wealth, right? I have confidence in the money that I have and confidence that it is growing. The crystal that you can use in conjunction with this frequency as well as affirmation, it's the tiger's eye. Tiger's eye, which speaks to courage, which speaks to confidence, which speaks to meditation, which speaks to one attracting abundance and prosperity. Outside of the tiger's eye, you can also use crystals such as the blue aventurine, like its cousin, the green aventurine. It's a crystal of confidence, asserting authority, as well as courage, right? Now, you use them in line with crystals such as the pyrite, as per our example in terms of the 4 frequencies for wealth and money, right? And then the next, which is the last frequency, according to the 4 frequencies for wealth and money that I have identified, you can look at 741 hertz, right? 741 hertz. This is for self-expression and communication, right? It speaks to, I only speak prosperity. The reason why many times we are attracting low vibrational things is because of the things that we speak with our tongue, right? You speak ill to yourself, you always look down on yourself, right? You speak down on yourself. So crystals such as the pyrite allow you as the wearer to see the patterns in your thoughts, to allow you as the wearer to speak positivity, to speak life to yourself as far as wealth and money is concerned. Remember this process, guys, it is trial and error. You first need to transform your belief system. And once you've transformed your belief system, you will definitely see your money grow. So outside of that, outside of what I've mentioned in terms of what these frequencies do, as far as wealth and money is concerned, there are other things that these frequencies can be used for, right? Things such as undergoing negative influences. 417 hertz allows you to engage that meditative state, that state of relaxation. When you listen to it, it also calms and relaxes the mind, right? And then when you look at frequencies such as 528 hertz, that speaks to the heart chakra, right? I know many of us, we struggle with unlocking the heart chakra, more especially letting go. It is difficult to let go. And I speak this from a personal place. I've struggled with letting go before, and the minute I mastered the art of letting go, or transformation in my life, in a sense of things now going smoothly, understanding and promoting healing as well as transformation. So it's good for that. 528 hertz is for love and unconditional love, if anything. And then 741 hertz, outside of what I had mentioned, which is self-expression as well as communication, 741 hertz can be used for awakening. The crystal that is associated with awakening, I love to speak about this crystal. It's the master healer, which is the clear quartz, right? Awakening your intuition. Outside of the clear quartz, you can also get crystals as the amethyst, which translates from the Greek word, which means not intoxicated. This is this purple baby right here. This is also associated with the crown chakra. You can play your 741 hertz to awaken your intuition. This frequency is used also to cleanse toxins, just like the clear quartz. It aligns you and clears any mental and spiritual fog, as well as any toxins spiritually, emotionally, as well as physically. It's also a problem solver and gives the wearer emotional stability. So also listening to these frequencies, they give one that emotional stability. The last frequency that I'm going to speak of, it is the frequency of the earth. I spoke about this in one of my videos, that the frequency of the earth is 7.8 hertz, right? And it's referred to as the heartbeat, because our hearts also beat at the same frequency as the frequency of the earth. So that frequency, it's associated with one's stability and groundedness. And that is why it is important that once in a while, each and every one of us need to engage nature, by going into nature, come out or barefoot, so that you ground yourself with the earth, so that you ground yourself with the soil, so that you ground yourself with the heartbeat of the earth. So get your crystal star as far as this topic of frequency is concerned. I guess if there's any questions, TikTok, Tabab.
Yeah, the question, before we clock another on the questions, the tuning fork and face. When are we getting tuning forks? For those of you who've never seen a tuning fork, this is a tuning fork.
Yeah.
Baba? This is a tuning fork. Lithola name fits. When are we getting them so that we can, you know?
Very soon, very soon, very soon. I just forgot to bring my singing bowl today so that ke kgone go kwesha our viewers how a singing bowl sounds like for those that have never experienced a singing bowl. But in the next interaction that we're going to have next week, Wednesday, or perhaps even on Monday, I'll come with it during our Majita Monday session. But yeah, no, we are going to get singing bowls to sell or to avail to the general public, as well as singing forks, or rather those tuning forks, I beg your pardon, very soon. Hopefully, I am anticipating towards the end of November, we should have them at all our stores, 593 Felix Dlamini, 7 Rangeview Street, as well as our Pretoria store when we do the grand opening, as well as online, hopefully towards the end of November. Those instruments should be made available.
All right. Ronaldo questions here, nah? But before we go to questions, but for Ible video le yalo muntu lo wase Pretoria Khonhla Begum interview, under which folder is it under? Can we pull it quickly? Can I play them this video? Is it possible for me to source this video? The files that you've uploaded yesterday.
The downloads, yes.
I would download. All right. Just give me a moment. Oh, so not last month, yesterday, nah? Let's see. Earlier this month. Last week, no. We want yesterday. Nah. Yeah, I want to pull this up for those of you who are Pretoria.
Hetfield. She's going to try out the CMOS gel. I believe this is your first time trying out CMOS.
Yes, it is.
Okay, let's see how that experience goes. Should I open it for you?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I can just...
Yeah, just the lid. Take your full spoon. Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. It is different to what I've had before,
Yeah.
but it is edible.
It
yeah.
is edible, né?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just make sure to refrigerate it. As I've mentioned, Joy, it has 92 out of 102 minerals. It's good for your skin, good for your gut health, good for boosting your energy. So you don't need to drink body energy drink once you're on CMOS. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's great. I'm gonna try it.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, from Joy, our taster owner, Ishab. Yeah, Ishab. So the new store, it will be opening in Pretoria Central. Please do follow us on our social net. You mentioned that you are on Instagram at CMOS Africa. Hit us up and then follow us from there, and then we'll share the details with you, the location at the store.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
There you have it, guys, from Hetfield. Peace.
Evo di malimbo daman baku pitur bareng face bareng hanan pelulu kada.
Hey, no, they were raving. Hey, they were raving. Barano. Hey, style man, jelly him to hey. Kaya utlwa ka re jelly nyana, mar jelly is nang sweke.
Eh, me bra.
Marai, ke dilo. Barai, o futle me bra o boye vie.
Alright, I know, but too. Announcement. Now we're opening our store in Pretoria, just below the CCMA building. Stay tuned for the grand launch. We'll have amazing specials for those of you who are in Pretoria. This store has been much anticipated. We're actually working on a really cool campaign, spending time on the ground, connecting with people. As you can see, the video at Joy telling us her experience. We're planning to do the same here in Durban, actually. Me and Tammy are going to go on the streets.
Yeah.
So cool, man.
Shut up. Yeah, le on to the lifestyle.
Visual. Okay, 230 questions. It's Nicola's back again. Hey, Nicola, what's up? Shout out to you
Hey,
for
sure,
joining
Nicola.
the streams on a regular basis. Cool. What's the difference between crystal beads, necklaces, rings, etc., versus the physical crystal stone?
Okay, so Nicola, there's no difference. The only difference is just how it looks. That the crystal raw stone, it's in its raw form, and then once it's polished, the manufacturer will then decide if they want to make beads, depending on the demand at the market, or necklaces or rings. There's no difference as far as maybe properties are concerned, or even the energy that comes from either a polished crystal versus a rough crystal. The only difference will just be as far as the purpose of why did you get maybe a necklace versus the bracelet. Why did you get a ring versus maybe earrings, jadi crystal? And most of the time, crystals such as the amethyst, they work best, for example, because it's linked to the heart, to the crown chakra. It works best when it's close to the crown. So maybe things like maybe the head wrap would be more effective in that context because this is linked to the crown. So when it's closer to what it's linked to, it's more potent or more effective than perhaps when it's on the hand. But it's not to say that the effects will vary that much in terms of the benefits or properties that you're going to get from them.
All right. Spiwe Nasherile, I can know 528 hertz. It is a seduction of money. 5 is about attraction. 28 is about wealth. Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Kings, for the information. Shout out, Spiwe.
Sure, Spiwe.
Purple effect. I'm not too sure if he's talking about a crystal or he was talking about the hertz. Which one would be best if you will be using them for the first time? Perhaps crystals, right? Perhaps let's assume we refer to crystals as per the topic. Wawa.
Okay, so maybe a first timer when it comes to crystals. I always, guys, I love the clear quartz. I'll always recommend the clear quartz. And then the second one will be the tiger's eye. Why the tiger's eye? Because many people struggle, with meditation, right? Many people, either they struggle with meditation or praying, or they do not do it at all, right? So at least this promotes people to get into that habit of meditating as well as praying. And then secondly, many people struggle with public speaking. Many people struggle with articulating themselves and their thoughts. Many people struggle with courage. Many people struggle with creativity, thinking outside of the box. So even the tiger's eye, when I actually began my journey with crystals, my first love or attraction was the tiger's eye. And then it grew from there to other crystals like the clear quartz and so on and so forth. So perhaps starting here at the tiger's eye, or maybe your clear quartz purple effect, you can definitely start there.
Okay. Okay, Marana. Okay, baby Uka Paula. Here, her question is slightly different. Madume Baholo, please clarify the difference between wearing crystal bracelets on the left or on the right. Yeah.
Okay. So there is a difference, D Magome. Yeah, there is definitely a difference. The left-hand side, we know it to be the maternal, and then the right-hand side, we know it to be the paternal, right? In terms of your family structure. Outside of that, the left-hand side, this is the hand of receiving, right? This is the hand of receiving. So say, for example, I'm wearing my tiger's eye or my pyrite, for example. We know this as the money magnet, right? It means when it's on the left, I am attracting money to come in, the energy to come in, right? Of receiving. And then if it is on the right-hand side, which is the energy or the hand of giving, this is the energy that I am giving today. So that is why you'll find there are certain days, certain crystals will maybe gravitate to this hand, which is the left. And then you find that maybe the following day, the crystal gravitates to the right. That is because the energy that you are supposed to receive today, or perhaps the energy, today it's the energy of receiving, hence it's on the left. And then on a different day, you find that the reason why it's on the right-hand side, this is the energy that you are giving. I made this example the other day when I was chatting with one of the clients who came to the store. When I woke up today in the morning, usually I'd have my pyrite on the left. That's the stone, or rather the hand, that it usually gravitates to. But today, it gravitated to the right. And I noticed now that I'm speaking to you that I actually was on a spending spree today. Not that I was squandering money, but I had a lot of things to, deal with, such as paying bills, buying certain things, and I saw, Rayman, today I actually spent more than normal. So this is the energy that I was in. I was also giving more than normal, giving maybe people bar the parking guards, people who are asking on the road, I was actually giving more than other days. So that's the energy. So yeah, go with the flow. Yeah, the energy D of the day. If it's flowing to the right, wear it on the right. If it's on the left, take it to the left.
All right. At break time, it's 10:24 right now. Shout out D for your comment. Hope Juan has answered you accordingly. Ke batla ho add we are hiring, right? 2 times general workers. Before you can run the camera in the meantime. 2 times general workers for our Pretoria store. Candidates must reside within the Pretoria central area, right? Preferably not more than 30 k's from the store, right? We need you to be able to access the store conveniently, right? And if we transport you in between home and where you work, it must not cost the business too much. The emails are on screen right now. This is for you, Ponzo. Nah? I saw you had commented wanting the email address. Keep toggling. Some more. So email me as well as Vung Vung. She's the one who's going to be doing the one more time. She's the one who's going to be doing the interviews. She's the one who'll reach out to you if like we feel you're a suitable candidate, right? Make sure you hit that email. We're hiring 2 times general workers. What to expect if you join the team? Training, extensive training around what? Our standard operating procedures. 2, training on what? Product knowledge. Super important. So prior knowledge is key. If you've watched our videos and you've been learning over time, it's going to assist you. It's going to help you to be able to engage. And then another one I want to talk about while we're on the ad break, buy 2 CMOS gels, get 1 free if you visit us either at the Durban or the Brakpan store. Now, this special runs up until the 31st of this current month. So if you go to our store and you buy 2 CMOS gels, you'll get 1 free. That will cost you 220 Rand. A single gel costs 110. So technically it's a saving of 110 because you get an extra gel on top of that. Or if you spend 1,000 Rand in which you have not bought any CMOS gel within that total 1,000 Rand, you will get 1 gel for free from us. All right, let's get back on it. I want to call you guys out. A lot of you guys are watching the content. Mara, the like button, like on the content, please. Hit the like button so that the algorithm can know what it needs to do. Share this thing. This thing, people are liking it. Yeah, hitting the like button, Bafis. All right, cool. Let's push up some more questions there. What's good? Sunborn, do I have to charge my crystals under the full moon, the sun, or just wear them without doing so? Why?
You definitely need to make sure you cleanse and charge your crystals. Very important to cleanse using the sun as well as the moon, right? The sun, the energy iona, it's a masculine energy, an energy of new beginnings, an energy of prosperity. That is why, the sun is so essential in the growth of plants as well as other organisms that you get out there. Also essential for us as well, human beings. So very, very important thing to charge as well as to cleanse your crystals using the sun as well as the full moon. Reason being is that, remember, if you saw our video last week, we spoke about the similarity or the common denominator in all crystals is that they ward off negative energy, right? As well as to absorb, in some instances, that negative energy. So very important that you charge the crystal using the sun so that you release that toxic energy that it has rid you of into the universe, right? So that is why it's very important to cleanse as well as to charge your crystals as often as you possibly can. Failure to do so, you will notice the opposite. For example, if this is supposed to give you courage, you find that now the courage has dwindled down. If this is supposed to attract prosperity or good fortune, you find that of late, your luck is no longer the same as maybe other times. Yes, we do understand that every once in a while, the universe needs to recycle or recalibrate itself, and therefore we will experience certain challenges here and there. But hey, Toma, Eva, something it's a common phenomena. That's where now you need to check what is it that you haven't been doing constantly and consistently, right? So very important thing you and the rest of the viewers that you cleanse as well as to charge your crystals using the sun as well as the full moon. Outside of your coarse salt, as well as smudging using mpepe or palo santo, very, 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 very important to cleanse using the sun as well as the moon as often as you possibly can. For example, someone like myself, who's constantly coming into contact with different energies, I cleanse my crystals using the sun each and every day. Unfortunately, if it's a cloudy day like today, I'll smudge it using my Palo Santo pepper. But as soon as there is that sunlight or the full moon, I use that to cleanse as well as to charge my crystals.
All right, let's keep going. We've still got more questions. Grace wants to know, there's a pinkish crystal bracelet. I'm not sure of the name. Can you kindly share information about it?
The pinkish one that comes to mind, it's the rose quartz, right? The rose quartz, it is linked to the heart chakra. The heart chakra, which is associated to unconditional love, just like the rose quartz. I get rose quartz, unconditional love. If perhaps you are struggling with calmness, if you're struggling with patience, if you're struggling with self-realization, because a lot of people, we struggle with self-love, we struggle with acceptance. So the rose quartz, it helps you with that, accepting, more especially difficult times, accepting, letting go. I mentioned in the beginning, but even myself at some point in my life, I struggled with letting go, more especially with things that do not serve us. So crystals like the rose quartz, they help us to let go of things that do not serve us. They help us to have self-love, reminding yourself that outside of everything that is going on, you need to love yourself. There are crystals that enhance love as well amongst people who are in a relationship. It fosters care, it fosters love. So it is a great crystal to have. Also for forgiveness, also for compassion, the rose quartz is good for that, as well as releasing any negative emotions that do not serve us. Over something that was done to you 5 years ago, yesterday, a week ago, an hour ago. Let go. Let go.
All right. Kiyomuzi Shabala. First question is, Grace had asked here, is it available at the store? Do you have rose quartz there in Brakpan?
No, at the store it's out of stock. Even I think we only left with one online. So if you quickly dash there, Grace, you'll be lucky to still find that one that is left. But yeah, we'll have more stock towards or mid-November, going to the end of November.
All right, cool. Muzi. What's up, Muzi? Hope you're good, man. Welcome back. First question is, can one buy crystals safe for kids? And which ones are the best for development of kids? I saw that there are crystals that work best according to your star sign and a combination of, I assume maybe it's like aligning combining the stone with your star sign.
Yes, no, crystals, Muzi, they're good for everyone. Kids, adults, the only differentiation or perhaps it comes if the crystal in question is not aligned with you. If the crystal in question is not aligned with your child, right? So for kids that are able to speak, for themselves, maybe, kids that are from the age of 6 years going upwards, when you start to ask them questions, what do they like, and so on and so forth, they're able to tell you. And that from there, one can then gauge, or okay, this crystal would be suitable for this child based on their personality, or if perhaps kids are still developing a personality, we can perhaps focus on their star sign, and then would say, okay, the crystal that is more aligned with their star sign is this crystal. Therefore, we avail this crystal to them. So the sweet and short, Muzi, is that crystals are definitely safe rather for kids of all ages. Yeah.
All right, Anastasia, for those of you who are engaged in spiritual work, for those of you who are empaths, listen up. Dumelang, I feel people's pain to a point that it overwhelms me. Are there any crystals that one can wear to help with this, maybe?
Yes, you can get crystals like the clear quartz, the master healer, right? Master healer meaning that it will cleanse yourself as well as the space that you find yourself in. So if someone maybe is in pain, to avoid right, the master healer will create that force field of protecting you against that energy yabona. And then if perhaps it's that overwhelming energy that you are getting from this person, it will make sure that it cleanses and rids you of that. I think there's a minor glitch with the network. I'm not sure if Lesalo on touch and the viewers.
Okay, we should be back now.
I can hear you guys now.
Back now.
So yeah, Anastasia, you can get yourself the clear quartz, and you can also get yourself the amethyst. Amethyst, we know it as what? Amethysto, which means not intoxicated. So do not find yourself suffering spiritual intoxication as a result of you absorbing. So get yourself either the amethyst or the clear quartz.
All right. Nicola's asking an important question. Do crystals work even if you are in a lower vibration?
Yes, because they raise your vibration, right? That is why Jonah already said a high frequency. It's a matter of you aligning. That is why we always use this specific wording in how we speak about properties. For example, when we say it enhances creativity, right? Meaning you already have creativity, but your creativity is at a low vibration. So it enhances it, it lifts it out of that low vibration into high frequency or high vibration. So that is crystals, or rather what crystals do. They enhance that vibration or frequency that you are in. So yaukuka out of that low vibration and put you into a higher frequency or higher vibration.
Okay, we've got Sandra backstage. She wants to join the stream, but I need you to turn on your camera first. Please turn your camera on, Sandra, so that, yeah, here she is. Perfect. Let's put her onto the stream. Hey, Sandra.
Hi.
Hello, Sandra.
I'm great. Good. How are you?
Sharp, Mfis. Bintang, rutusa jwang kajeno. Center yourself in the camera a bit, like tilt your cam forward. Are you using, yes, perfect. What are you using, your phone? Are you using your laptop or your phone?
Sorry?
Are you using your laptop or your phone? Yes, perfect. Tilt some more.
The network is a bit, there's a bit of a glitch.
I see. I can hear you though. So what's up? What question did you have for us? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. So if ever you're a starter, like new into the crystal and everything, I would like to know which crystal should one wear or have just to align yourself with your higher self or your spirituality. if ever you just started the journey and then you want to open up more, because with myself, I've been spiritually inclined since I was a child, but as the years went, I kind of lost it along the way.
Yeah.
Okay. No,
What, did you
up to you,
did you
Contra.
stop meditating, or what happened? What told me like guy the thing or stop or connect? What happened?
I would know. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened between the years for me to lose it, but I still have the intuition though. I just don't dream as much. So
What's your
somewhere
star
along the
sign?
way. I'm not sure. I just started.
Or around which time are you born? What's your date of birth, excluding the year that you're born in, the day?
The 10th of March.
Okay, March the 10th, ne? Okay,
Yes.
so 10th of March, you
It
are
might be
a
Aries. Either
Pisces.
Aries or Cancer. Yeah, Pisces.
Ke Pisces, ke tlhapi tse pedi. So a crystal that speaks to you, right? It's the aquamarine, right? You mentioned the part of you were spiritually inclined, but for some reason there is this fog, right? The aquamarine is going to help one with clearing intuition as well as emotional clarity. Outside of the aquamarine, because that speaks more to your star sign, which is Pisces, you can also get yourself the clear quartz, the master healer, right? The master healer, which clears any mental and spiritual fog. It enhances one's intuition. It's a stone of inner wisdom, meaning that you'll start going inward, right? You'll go inward, tap in, so that that which is in you can manifest outside, right? So that you can also align yourself with your purpose. So it gives one that spiritual alignment. It clears any negative thoughts. It's a stone of spiritual growth, you know, more especially the journey that you find yourself in or that you have currently started. It's great value to have a companion such as the clear quartz, which enhances or rather promotes spiritual growth. And then you can also pair your clear quartz with the aquamarine, which is the crystal that is associated with your star sign, which speaks to intuition as well as emotional clarity.
Shout out. Sandra. Content. Umnat. Okay. I think her network is not too great. Did you hear? Are you content? Are you happy with the response Contra has given you?
I can't hear you.
Yeah, okay,
Yes,
I think there's a network
Yes,
delay.
I am. At least now I know
Okay.
what to purchase because it was a bit of a difficult.
All right, no problem.
Yeah, but
Come back to the feedback once you've bought the crystal. O tlo re jwetsa hore e o tshwere jwang, wa bona?
yeah, but more than anything, Sandra,
Okay.
get into the habit of praying and meditating. I understand you said that it's been a while since you've connected, you know, outside of relying too much on crystals and maybe hoping that there'll be an instant miracle. The instant miracle is you engaging your people and, you know, assuming that meditative state. So get into the habit of meditation, which is prayer, you know, operating from that present state of gratitude, allowing the things and things to be clarified to you and allowing things to flow into your life, right? Whatever it is that you're seeking, the answers are definitely within you. The answers are definitely within you. You just need to tap in. So even before getting the crystals, or even once you've gotten the crystals, get into the habit of meditating or praying, you know, create that build up. If maybe you're failing to perhaps pray at a certain time, just make sure that every day you're praying and then work towards praying at specific times. And then from praying at a specific time, you now start to build that muscle of maybe instead of praying once a day, you start praying twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, but get into the habit of connecting each and every day, every moment. Connect.
Oh, thank you. That really helps.
Sure, Sandra.
Sandra, all I can say to you is, as much as I provide a perspective to you in this fashion, it's all on you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
it's all
you.
on you. Let me be honest with you on that one, because I can already tell, Hore, when, one, you're an overthinker. Two, you have challenges around doubting yourself. Trust yourself, right? Yeah, we are just providing the keys. Tse o tlo di sebedisang to start, but it's not the last door. The key to the last door is once you've opened the chambers yourself. In fact, it's a combination lock. It's got no keys. You need to know the combination.
Yes.
Wa?
Yes.
Yeah. So Kiamukwa Khantlar ko wena rapela, Kiamukwa, and so on and so on. He's right there, but to be honest, the keys they lie with you. You understand?
Okay.
All right, cool. Let's take a few more questions. No, it's time for us to go. Actually, sorry guys, it's time for us to go.
I'm
Sandra,
failing
thank you for joining us.
together.
It's time for us to go. Bafethu. Shout out to everyone for joining our stream today on
Yeah.
Crystal. Hey, Khonta. Shout out to
Sure.
Bafethu.
No,
Back again.
thank you to everyone for joining in the stream. But you check out the crystals on our website, www.simosafrica.co.za. They can also come to 593 Felix Dlamini Road in Durban, or come to 7 Rangeview Street, shop number 14, Carnival Deco Center, where our lovely consultants will definitely help you and walk you through getting crystals as well as herbal medicine, right? So thank you so much to each and everyone for the questions and for tuning in. Chateau Moro, Chobe.
All right, Bafet. Peace. Have a good day.